Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Peter Obi was World Press Conference about Bolame Tinubu academic saga is now the most trending thing. But shockingly, someone who is very profound when it comes to investigative journalism had decided to send a strong message to Peter Obi, and this time around, he's not turning up his own press conference as Peter Obi's press conference, but for him, Peter Obi has missed it big time. Whoa. And I was like, what is going on here? And the person I'm talking about here is David Hundeyin. Don't forget that all what Nigerians are saying right now about the certificate forgery and all of that, pointing fingers at Bola Tinubu, at least a greater chunk of it came from David Hundeyin. He was the one who started this whole investigative stuff and all of that. And I could still remember that during the press conference of Atiku Abubakar, he commended David Hundeyin for what he did. But when Peter Obi said what he said, David Hundeyin told him, Peter Obi, that you missed an opportunity this morning. And I was shocked because for me, what Peter Obi did out there was great. He went further and he said, what he should have called for was for Tinubu to come clean and resign. Not whatever that was. The point of a press conference is to generate a strong headline and a lead story. What was the lead takeaway from here? He was questioning it. And then someone brought up a part of the picture where Peter Obi, part of the video where Peter Obi talked about the mindset of the uninformed outsiders about Nigerians, that we are now certificate forgers and that we are identity thieves and all of that. For me, that was cool, because I know that Peter Obi hit on a lot of things. But David Hundeyin came back and says, this says absolutely nothing. Do 20 seconds of indirect jab and platitude. Who does this help? That was what he said, talking about David Hundeyin. And it has kept on generating a lot of controversy, and people are talking about it. Then I'm just wondering, what would have been your position in respect to this statement by David Hundeyin? Don't forget, David Hundeyin is a die-hard investigative journalist who doesn't care who is who loves him a balance. What's your position on the statement made by David Hundeyin?
I totally stand with Peter Obi on this.
Okay.
Look, as somebody says something very unique. Atiku Abubakar here has been a long time playing politician, and if need be, if you need him to go dirty, he knows how to go dirty. Peter Obi is more of a cleaner person, is more of one who is very careful with his words. Even during the campaigns, you hear him say, my respected elder colleague, my very respected senior brother. It's not as if he does not know how to be insultive or sarcastic, as the case may be, but he was trained not to do that. Now, the second and most important part is that whatever Peter Obi is saying, Atiku is one person that everybody knows that Bola Tinubu cannot really directly go against him. But Peter Obi, if he says the wrong word, DSS is on standby. Don't forget, very quickly, that Arambambi and Apapa them, they were actually looking for every way to see how they can bring in Peter Obi, arrest him. The question is, what did he do that he want to arrest Peter Obi? That he went to court? There was no real reason to arrest Peter Obi. But if Peter Obi had called for the resignation of Bola Tinubu, you will see the way Arambambi and Jagaban Baptist will go turn the whole thing upside down. That Peter Obi is trying to raise coyotes. And before you know it, they pick him up for questioning and all that. That is want to impeach the sitting president. They will put another word totally that he didn't put. That was why he was very careful with his words.
All right, now I understand where you're coming from. Peter Obi is a church boy, and for that reason, he wouldn't have to speak anyhow. He's a gentleman, and but just react to what this young man says. He said, "Absolutely, why I was hyped about the conference. I was shocked when he didn't go further. He needs to be bolder. Damn the consequences. I don't think he recognizes the support he has." That this man doesn't know that APC dare not touch him. Do you think that Peter Obi is cognizant of the huge support that he has? And do you think that he's only been very careful in taking advantage of this great opportunity he has.
I think he knows the level of support he has.
Okay.
He's not unaware. And I also think that he's a gentleman to the core. I feel he's a man who does not want anyone shedding any blood on his behalf. If there's any way he can get the country functional or get back his mandate, any legal way he would do it, but not the one that will cause chaos, where history will remember him for causing chaos one way or the other to Nigerians.
Okay.
He's very much aware, but he also knows if you watch that during this period of campaign around Babia Papa, they did all manner to drag him out. Watch him very well. He was very, very careful with his words because he was the sole target. Because everything about the campaigns was Peter Obi. In fact, the obedient movement is solely on Peter Obi. The name is not Labour Party movement; it's obedient, gotten from the word Obi. So he knew he's the target of the opposition, and he knew he's the darling of the youth of Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians who want a positive change for Nigeria.
Okay. Now, another person here says, he really missed the opportunity. I can bet you, if Obi was the certificate forger, shoes or shores, the country, sure for the country for don't scatter go far.
Yes, indeed. That's what we are saying. We're saying what we are saying.
Okay.
That Peter Obi is a gentleman. Look, during the build-up of the campaign, we all heard Bola Ahmed Tinubu clearly saying, pursue it, run with it, grab it. He was not hiding stuff. But Peter Obi will tell you, don't vote me because I'm an Igbo man. Vote me or vote anyone who's got competence, integrity, and all that. If you just see the two of them, you just see two different people. Of course, if the tables were turned, Peter Obi would have gone on exile by now because the way they would have dragged and mixed the matter. And that's why people love him because this is him. This is just him.
I think that's the word. That's who he is, and he's not ready to change. This guy is kind of an investigative journalist,
Yes.
so a little gentleness and a little street life and all of that. I think that's why he's always looking at things from the perspective of before
take it when the ovation is highest.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's Hundeyin for you. Take it when the ovation is highest.
Exactly.
While it is going, take it there. But Peter Obi is more of a gentleman, though. Let's go through the normal process. Then let us deviate. We'll still get there anyway. Whether you run Korukere or you go backyard or shortcut, eventually the end justifies the means. We need to go. That's Peter Obi for you.
Okay.
Some persons may not like him because, hey, you're not forceful. If it was someone else, if Dati was in the position of Obi, forget this country, we'll be saying something, we'll be discussing something else entirely. So this is Peter Obi for you. Exactly. And some people may not like his style, but that is his style.
All right, maybe we'll end with what this guy said. The guy says here, the matter is still before the court. It's honestly not in his place to call for an outright resignation. Advising him to reintroduce himself to Nigerians ASAP speaks direct, not through proxy, then highlighting his CV quickly and asking Chief to do same is a bigger trap. Wow. But we know that Chief will never do same because Peter Obi just gave him a new name now. His name is Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No more Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but Chief. But we know that Chief will never do what Peter Obi is asking for because it's such a big demand. However, let's see. Someone says, doing what's right is the same as resigning honorably, my brother. He said it all in one piece. So let's not go back and forth with what was said or not said. His points were very clear for any thinking man to decipher. Another person here says, I think he did right. List what the issues are, list the implication of the issues. Giving Bart a chance to speak is not a bad politics, no optics. Other suggestion can come as follows. He missed nothing. So another person here say Peter Obi is a politician that must always choose his word technically. If otherwise, man can go on exile. Atiku is a bigger politician that has the power to blast, but without any consequences. His message has been passed successfully. Another person here say, I think a call for Tinubu's resignation by Peter Obi would have amounted to him legitimizing Tinubu's presidency, which is a subject of contention in court right now. A lot of people are talking. My colleague is here, and we just want to look at this whole story because for me, what he said kind of makes some point, but at the same time, looking at the situation of things right now, and some of the suggestions that we've heard not thus far from Nigerians in respect to the comment of David Hundeyin, kind